Yeah,
Did you get it now?
no, but you wiped your hands, but did you wipe everything?
Hold up. I need to look for water. Hold up.
Okay,
man.
Walter's getting
The
water,
days
and
are
I swear to
nice.
God, I hit the live button. So, yeah. Ty, can you go into more details about your restroom trip?
Didn't Walter just leave it?
I was getting surprised. Everyone would be like, "Yeah, we're live."
What another disappointment!
so,
What another disappointment! Walter walks out as soon as we start.
Yep.
Right, he's
But
the
it's
one
okay.
that starts it.
We are
Should I
live.
start
We
it
are
then?
live. We're all
Did
here.
he post his
Alito
little
Brito's here.
script up here?
Who wants to do the introductions?
I guess
Okay,
I'll do the intro.
All right. Go ahead, just do it.
You want to do it?
I'll do it.
I said it. Okay.
Well,
go.
since Walter decided to disappear for a moment, I'm going to go ahead and introduce us. We are the Somewhat Petty Podcast. Welcome. This is another week. We have a lot to talk about, the state of play. There's been a lot of announcements and but want to introduce we have Dusty, Wolfgang.
Hi.
We have Walter, who decided to disappoint us by walking away.
Hold
as
on,
soon
he
as
can't
we
hear
start.
you yet. He can't hear
wait,
you.
He still can't
I'm
hear
gonna
us. He still
repeat
can't hear us.
myself. So we already live right now. We have Dusty, we have Wolfgang, we have Toledo Frito, we have Debbie, and our disappointment, Walter.
Look, check out all my elite knee pads.
So to our listeners, I am very disappointed in Walter because he's bailing out on us. So on our Halo event that I'm planning this weekend, just so he can play some volleyball. So he needs to show off his volleyball knee pads.
Right.
But yeah, welcome to the show. We have a lot of discussions about the state of play. In the meantime, let's just start off real quick. So, what games are we currently playing while we anticipate all the stuff that's coming out?
Wait, what? Anticipate. Wait,
Walter, what? All right, let's go, Walter. Walter, what is the game that you're currently playing right now?
All right, so actually, there's been a lot of movements with what I'm playing. I've just been on a tear of buying games. I feel like I'm buying them more than I'm actually playing them. Let me see. So
Well, the sale just started, right? The PlayStation sale?
Yes.
Yesterday? 2 days ago?
Yeah. So what am I up to? Obviously, playing volleyball. Very busy with that. With that, my oldest and we started rewatching Haikyuu. So that's just, bringing the hype even more and more. But gaming-wise, I'm continuing to play The Last of Us 2. I picked up Grand Blue Fantasy Relink to add to my JRPG quest of 100 there. My early impressions is actually it's very good. The visuals are gorgeous. It has like this water paint anime style to it. It looks great. The combat is a bit hack and slash. So if you're into that, that's what it is. It is very much involved. It's a little more involved than I wanted to in the game right now. And it kind of brings like Monster Hunter elements where, you kind of just party up and you have like, set goals and activities to like defeat monsters and bosses and stuff like that. So again, it's just a little more involved. I don't know if I'll do a lot of the end game. I'll probably just stick to the main story. But yeah, and it has a giant cast of characters. They all look great. They all play different. Very unique play styles with all of them. To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. And like I said, just not a big game I was looking into. As Wolfgang was applying to, there was a big PlayStation sale that just hit. And a lot of it was the Final Fantasies. I guess it was going on sale for the Final Fantasy anniversary. I finally got my Pixels remasters. I've been waiting 10 months since the goddamn release of those to get them on sale. And not that I needed them on sale. It's just I have this thing where it's like if I don't buy the game when it first comes out, like within like the first month, I kind of feel like I have to buy it at a sale because I missed like, the wave, the hype train of it. But yeah, no, the wait was worth it. I started Final Fantasy 3 last night. I was playing it before bed. I pulled out my backbone. Do I have that around me? Yeah. I pulled out my little backbone. I finally put some use to this.
Where's the portal? Where's the portal at?
It's Best Buy, apparently. But yeah, no, worth the wait. The very first thing I did is I went to the config menu. I turned on my first ever boost. I get 2 times experience. Some of the quality of life things, guys, for this. I can't stress this enough. You can just right click or on the stick on the right click, you just click it down and then it'll turn off encounters. It's amazing.
Wow.
You can hold down circle and your character actually runs, which is a big deal because in the original Final Fantasies, they just walked everywhere and it was very slow, especially playing, 20 years later. So that's really cool. During battles, you can just press square and it turns on and off auto battles. I'm just absolutely loving it. Like honestly, like like Final Fantasy 3 has became like my main game over like The Last of Us 2 and Grand Blue Fantasy. So like it upsets me because I didn't know that sale was coming. So I wouldn't have bought the other games if I, just had to wait a week for the Pixel remasters. But so with all that positive and good stuff, there is some negative. I had to pause a lot of games and even quit some of the games. So I actually dropped Let's Go Pikachu. I'm just not going to run that again. And Sea of Stars, I'm going to drop that because now I got all the Pixel remasters. I paused Forza Horizon 5, Dustin. I'm sorry. I'm putting a pause on that. Halo 3 ODST, pausing that. Fire Emblem, the Blazing Sword, that was something I was kind of playing slowly in the background. And then, of course, the world's game right now, Power World. I'm also putting a pause to that. I figured
You were playing Power World?
Yeah, I spent like a good 10 hours over this last weekend on it. It was great. I don't care. I don't know who said it, but no, I can tell that thing is early access. That is 100% early access. But still fun, still enjoyable. Finding ore is a pain in the ass. But building your base and running around, it's a fun time. And I figure at this point with everything else I'm playing, it's a good time to pause it. That game's only going to get better over time as it gets closer to its release, if ever. I had really fun, but unfortunately I'm going to pause it because of everything else I got. Rolly, sorry, that was a big one. But yeah, that's what I'm up to.
All right. Let's see. Dusty, any games that you're currently playing right now?
Yeah, and keep it under 7 minutes, please. Okay.
Yeah.
It was only 2 minutes.
Bro, anyway, so yeah, after that 15 minutes, I kind of forgot the original question. What was the question again?
What are you playing?
What are you currently
What am I
playing? What are you up to?
Actually, the funny thing is, I haven't played anything all week, so completely opposite of Walter, who's playing everything, dropping everything, picking up everything. I didn't play a single video game this week. So yeah, that's me.
So Walter stopped his life and you didn't have one. Got it.
Yeah.
Nothing on Game Pass? Nothing on Game Pass?
I didn't even turn on my Xbox. Actually, turning on YouTube on my Xbox is the first time I turned it on this whole week. Yeah.
No Halo? Weren't you gonna play Halo with Walter?
You never invited me.
Walter,
Walter,
I put it on pause.
man.
I put it on pause.
he put it on
ODST
pause.
is on pause.
Yeah. Bro, why did you pick up Let's Go Pikachu? Were you that thirsty for Power World?
No, this was I picked it up maybe a month before Power World came out. I don't know. Sometimes I just have that itch and I didn't want to grind so much, so I thought the Let's Go's would be less of a grind. And it was fun. What the Let's Go's were good. Those were fun. Those were solid.
It was cool being Kanto, but after you get over that pack, it's I don't want to do this all day.
Better or worse than Scarlet?
Better.
Violet Scarlet. There you go.
Yeah.
In the higher end. It's like the good Star Wars.
Wolfgang, what are you currently playing, or anything you're watching? Movies, shows, animes?
Sure. So I am playing Power World still. Great game. Probably put 20 plus 25 hours into it. I got Debbie to play too. She'll talk about it later. Hopefully, it's pretty fun. I'm still playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake. I saw on that PlayStation sale that the Final Fantasy VII Remaster on PS4 is also on sale, and it also has those boosts that the old remasters have as well, like the right click for the stop encounters, square for the auto battle, that kind of stuff. So I might pick that up.
You're talking about the original?
Yeah, the remaster.
Yeah.
So I might pick that up, and then Sonic Frontiers was also on sale. I think 50 or 60% off. Might pick that up as well, and for this coming week, I might pick up Foam Stars because it's on PS Plus, free game for this month. That's what I got
It's
going
already
on.
coming up. Man.
I don't know about farm stars. I'm kind of just like,
Hey, it's free. I'm gonna try it.
all right, yeah, that's true.
That's
Debbie-
Game Pass's whole thing.
Debbie, any games other than like, are you enjoying Power World? Come here.
Debbie, you playing any games, Debbie? Oh, she can't hear us. She dropped.
Okay. All right. Toledo, what are you playing currently?
I'm still playing Tears of the Kingdom, and 5 years late, but I finally jumped into Monster Hunter Worlds.
Hey.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really enjoying that. Really enjoying it. Yeah. I'm
What
serious.
weapon are you currently using right now?
I'm Archer class.
The boat. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Making it rain.
Yes. I wanna get into. I want to make like one of the. It's like the elite master class archer. I don't know. It looks badass. I've been seeing people grind on that, and I'm like, that looks too cool. So
Yeah.
let me do archer class.
It's a very fun one. It's a lot better in these games compared to the previous. I used to do the bow on that previous games. Just it was very. It was a little bit more difficult to handle, but there were still this one they really improved on it, especially gave it a little bit more aiming for it. So.
Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna check that out and see how that is. So.
Cool. And for me, I am currently we'll mention it in the state of play, but that Silent Hill, the short message, did just a sudden drop, and it's a very short game, free, but I've already beat it. And I picked up High Five Rush, very fun music rhythm game style, like a hack and slash with rhythm tunes to it. So it's pretty fun. That's been me for recently. All right, so now that we got almost everyone on there, or we gone through it, let's go ahead and go to the state of play that just happened yesterday. So what do y'all think? Did y'all enjoy what y'all saw? Did y'all kind of just decided, it's okay, or
Whoa,
any
Rolly,
big hypes?
that's like the in question. I was like, we talk about like our overall feelings
Hey,
of it after we talk
I'm
about
taking over. I'm taking over today. All right, so let's go to the first game that they discussed. Helldivers.
it. Whoa,
came-
Rolly, hold on. We need to set some ground rules. So last time with the Xboxes, like Petty Show or whatever they had, we were a little confused about talking about like how hype we were. So I set up a little bit of ground rules to kind of help us. So it sounds like we like going up to 5 for our hype meter. So a 0 would be no interest. So pretty much like most of Xbox stuff. 1 would be something cool about it, but maybe not for me. And it's going to be like an easy pass. A 2 is like, it's cool, but maybe I need to see more, but I'm probably not going to invest in it. A 3 is maybe pick up if I'm in the right mood around release, and or maybe watch for a sale down the road. That's the 3. A 4 is I like what I'm seeing, but I'm leaning towards picking it up. And then a 5 is a must buy. I'm adjusting my entire schedule for this. Yeah, so there you go. Some ground rules for the hype factors.
Can you email me that one?
So let's condense it. 0, I'm not interested. 5, I'm down to buy it immediately. Day 1 purchase. All right, let's do that.
Hold
There you
on. Do you have that script you just read? Can you post it somewhere so I can read it too? I'm forgetting that whole thing.
Sorry, this is what I was trying to gauge it on. All right, so I did post it in case anybody's interested. I don't know if that was sarcastic, but I did post it.
I like the discrepancy between the 4 and 5, and it's like 4. It should have already been in the. I'm already gonna plan to buy it. Then kind of towards the 5. Like 5 is for sure. 4 is like, I'm 90% sure.
Yeah, like a 4 is you could talk me out of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
No, I think by the time you're at 4, you're already leaning towards the 5.
And then a 5 is like, I'm brick. Like, that's it.
Should we really use that word?
He just said he's bricked up. He literally just said he's bricked up.
Ah,
Oh, all right.
Why is
Now that we
Toledo
have
Frito a
the,
dog? How'd you get a dog? How'd you get the Snapchat dog filter?
I have no idea.
let's go ahead and do this. So based off of the hype
Okay.
factors that Walter has given us, Helldivers, that was the
Helldivers.
first games that came out, and as you can see, we are having some footage B-roll right here in the background. Who's hyped up? Who's not hyped up? What y'all think?
Why is random stuff coming up on my screen? Oh, what is going on?
So
Where's my effects?
so with Helldivers,
thank you.
like it potentially does look fun. I'm not gonna take that away from it. I don't think it's coming out like this month, right? Like with Foam Stars. It potentially does look fun. I feel like we're just seeing a whole bunch of sand in this game. I don't know if there's any other environments other than just walking around in the desert. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else notices that. But and I also noticed like the robot suit. I feel like they showed that a little too early. There's like a mech suit you could get, and it's like coming soon. I was like after launch. I was like I didn't like that. It kind of makes me feel like we're kind of getting like an incomplete game coming up this month. But my hype factor for this would probably be a 1 out of 5.
I got 2.
Yeah, I'm with Tyler here too. I just think that it'd be cool maybe with a group, but playing solo, maybe even playing free, I probably still wouldn't pick it up. I'd have to have more of a reason to actually go in and play it rather than just it being there.
I'm gonna go with 2 also. I've never played any of the Helldiver games. But I think I would play it if there was like a group that's willing to put effort into it and schedule time together to play it. So I don't know. I think it looks pretty fun. I mean, I'm good. I'm fun with like co-op games because after a while, after playing so many battle royales and stuff, you kind of want to play something with people, you know. So
I thought this game looked good. This is for me probably like a 2. But yeah, I think this was like one of the better games on the showcase.
One of the better ones. Okay. All right.
mm,
Toledo? Oh, I think you mentioned it, right?
Toledo got a
Solid
2.
two. All right. So am I the low one? Am I the low one on that? And we didn't have anybody higher than 2?
Yeah. No, I think we all went to around the universal 2 at that point. I mean, I think.
said 1.
Oh, you said 1. Sorry. All right. So Helldiver seems to be not much interest in this group. I bet you there's probably still some Helldiver fans. Just like how everyone has like their taste and their flavors, you know. The next game, Stellar Blades. Stellar Blades looks very interesting. It is a very action hack and slash. I'm getting kind of like as if Nier Automata was kind of put in there, but it's like a different company altogether. I believe it was Koei Tecmo that's working on that.
It's inspired by Nier Automata. I think
Okay.
that was mentioned.
Yeah, I think it looks like it is based they're really aiming for the back shots there a little bit more, you know. But it's like in a post-apocalyptic world and such. When I first saw it, I thought I was like Dubai, like because I remember there was like the whole Spec Ops: The Line being delisted just happened. I remember Dubai being the setting and it's all sandy and everything, so I kind of just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, graphically it looks very nice. Actually,
you.
it looks pretty fun too. So, like the graphics are really there. I believe they did a lot of high scan res of the actors for the game. What are your opinions on this one?
Man, here, let me start with this one. So for me, this was the highlight of the show for me. This is my top game. It looks, like you said, beautiful. It looks gorgeous. I love what they're doing with the visuals. It's looking like a fast action pace. The enemies look crazy. Like you said, the Nier Automata, I get those vibes. I also kind of get Bayonetta, maybe with the hair, and then kind of like the explosive action. And then also, I'm getting a little bit of vibes from like Scarlet Nexus. I got a little bit of that too when I was watching this trailer. It could just be that post environment that you were mentioning. Love that third person, of course. I also get like a pinch of like cyberpunk in there too, with the environment. As you can tell, there's going to be a ton of outfits in there. I think that's by design. Yeah, it just I love it. I can't wait. I'm excited for it. I love hate that release date though, April 26th. It's actually the same day as Sandlands. I don't know if anybody's excited for that one. That's the ones for the same creators of Dragon Ball Z. So it's coming out exactly the same day as that. So again, don't love that, but other than that, I am super hyped for this game.
Dustin, do you have any?
Dude, I thought this was their best game at the showcase. Yeah, this game looked really good. It looks really like polished, and then like Walter said, it looks like Bayonetta, but in 4K 60. Or is it 60? But I don't know. I just know Bayonetta is like 720p on the Switch
60,
and it lags. Yeah. But yeah, that game looks super good. I think this is the best game at the showcase. For me, this one would be a 5 out of 5.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. See, I had it lower on my list. I had it at a 2, and then I talked to Walter about it on the group chat Discord, and he made me go up to like 3.5, maybe a 4, depending on how I am at release, which is what his scale is. And he mentioned all the stuff, and I'm like, you know what? It does look like Nier Automata, kind of like Bayonetta. I am a lot more interested in playing it now. But I found out that I did watch it in like 360p or something for that one section because my internet dropped down. So went back to rewatch it on my laptop 4K monitor, and it looked great. It looked really great. I like the fighting style that it looked like. I like the cinematic stuff that's going on. It looked really good. Still at a 3.5, 4 for me. But that's where I sit.
Cool.
Very nice.
All right. Toledo?
I'm gonna be the black sheep of this one and give it a 1. It looks visually beautiful, but the whole hack and slash female protagonist thing is not my style really, so I probably won't be picking it up. Unless someone can change my mind. I don't know. So.
Well,
There you go, Walter.
comes out
Watch
in
the
April.
trailer on 4K. No, I'm just kidding.
Can I create my own
Yeah.
character?
No, I think it's
Can I create
you're
my
locked in.
own goth girl?
Probably
No, you're
can,
locked in.
maybe. Nah.
My
can
own
change your outfits.
BTGG?
But yeah, no, super excited. Like I said, for me, stand out of the show. But
Yeah.
I do throw a caveat in here that this game, like as good as it looks visually in the combat, they show us bits and pieces of the combat. They haven't really deep dived into that. This is one of those games. I was kind of talking about this with Wolfgang yesterday. That like it's not up there with like Spider-Man 2 when it comes to like PlayStation games. I think this is more like a second party, not necessarily a first party, even though I think PlayStation did get involved with kind of help polish it and whatnot. But like this game has the potential of like I don't want to say flop, but this kind of has like it could be, a really good, mid 80 tier, or it could be like a high 70 tier, like an open critic. I could see it falling to that range, and that's, you know what I mean? So my expectations are tempered a bit, but I'm liking what I'm seeing, and come closer to launch, I would like to take a deeper look at the reviews and whatnot. But hopefully it doesn't hit the 70s. Hopefully it does stay in the 80 range, and we just have another good game to play up in April.
Yeah, I gotcha. So I think hopefully it doesn't end up in the Bayonetta situation, because Bayonetta 1 was really it was really high remark, but it still had some low values. And then when the developers and stuff were asking Sony and Xbox like, hey, can y'all to publish it on the consoles again for Bayonetta 2, they didn't want it, so Nintendo took over and said, okay, we'll publish it ourselves. And that's how Bayonetta 2, 3, and Saria and the Lost Demon also became just Nintendo exclusives after that, because they're highly remarked, but people just weren't interested. And then when people complain about, hey, what happened here? Well, y'all weren't buying it, you know. So it could be that it could be a possibility of something like that. So that's
Hey,
one
but
of
it
those,
came back. It came back like gangbusters with Bayonetta 2.
yeah.
I was
Well, I
like,
mean,
and I think
yeah.
Bayonetta 3 was heavily regarded too. Luckily, luckily Nintendo didn't give up on them.
No, Nintendo just said, "Hey, this is ours now." I mean, like y'all missed out on something that was potential. Y'all just gave up on it ahead. But you know, we don't
We don't have the
expect it.
hardware to run it, but you know.
Yeah, we still
but yeah,
got
put it on
it.
there.
You know, just put it on there. Nah, I think they were pretty decent for what they were. So like, I still got to play through them myself. I'm playing through the first one. Uh, but yeah, I just want to go back and start. I just need to go back and play them soon. So, all right. So for me, I think I'm gonna go for like a 3 for right now. Maybe a 4
Okay.
at the closer to launch date. I'll probably just like forget about it, and next thing you know, oh yeah, this is coming out. Okay, I'll probably get perked up a little bit more. So.
Perked up.
I'm not bricked up.
You just might.
All right, so for after that one, next game on there was the Sonic and Shadow Generations. Looks like this is a remaster of the original Sonic Generations back on 360 PS3 days, but with an added bonus. We get Shadow involved in this. Especially, we get a lot of stuff for him to be his side of the story and things that he can go fight through. I don't know how many Shadow fans are there. I'm raising my hand for everyone who can't see it. I'm a big Shadow fan.
He just looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool with the little
Hey,
skates.
So, Dorky, maybe you can help me with this. What was I? What am I looking at? Like, is this like a DLC or is this like a remaster of Sonic Generations?
This is a remaster.
No, I
of
think
Sonic
it's just a new
Generations.
game.
Oh, it's
No, it's just a new
Sonic,
game, isn't it?
It's Sonic. It's Sonic
okay.
Generations, but they are including the Shadow segments included. So
Okay.
So this isn't going to be the Shadow
So it's a re-release.
standalone game?
No, it's not a Shadow only game. It's not Shadow the Hedgehog 2 that we're expecting, because he ain't got no gun on this one.
Oh, I'm bringing it back to 4 now. I thought it was a Shadow remake from the original Shadow game, and then a Sonic Generations remake. No, I'm at 4 now.
If you play Sonic
That's still pretty high.
Generations, this is basically Sonic Generations, but they added Shadow components to it. So Shadow has like his own little fights. So that's what it seems like, because it's basically the same game, just with extra bonuses. And it looks like, from what I read, it is being handled by the Sonic team instead of like any third parties. Because lately there's been a Sonic Colors and Sonic Colors Ultimate and another Sonic remaster games were being handled by other teams, but this one seems to be the actual Sonic team being involved with the Sonic and Shadow Generations. I'm kind of excited for it because I did enjoy playing Sonic Generations. I want to see what they throw in there for Shadow's story stuff in there.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, I'm a big Sonic fan. I used to be a bigger Sonic fan. I'm probably at like a 3 for this. It's interesting. Might pick it up during a sale if it gets down to like 60% off. I did not play the original Sonic Generations, unfortunately. I think about playing that sometimes. But I did play the Sonic remasters that came on PS5 last year, I think was last year. It was like Sonic 1, 2, and 3 in one game.
The 2D ones, right?
Yeah, the 2Ds.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and the kids really liked it, so played a lot of that. But this one, Sonic Shadow Generations, it's at a 3 for me.
Nice. I thought it was cool. I really liked the idea of playing Shadow. I can't think of a Sonic game that let you play as Shadow, so I thought that was really cool. Growing up, I was a big Sonic guy, but yeah, over the years, I feel like I've kind of just fallen off, and I haven't touched any of like the newer Sonic stuff. Probably like 20 years. And yeah, so for me, I would have to put this, despite, liking some of the things I saw, and I still don't understand why there was 2 Sonics. But yeah, I would give it a 1.
Oh my gosh. Have that number ready.
Oh my God, this guy pulled out a card.
This is from my Xbox dev notes.
Oh my god. We'll call this the
number 1.
No, we're gonna call this the Wong rankings.
So
No,
long
yeah.
rankings. There you go.
Oh, 1 out of 5.
So I'll go ahead and let y'all know. Sonic is dead. Just let him die. This game looked like hot trash.
Yeah, completely wrong.
Sonic, this is a 0 out of 10. The last Sonic game, the open world one, didn't work. Sonic doesn't work in 3D. I'm sorry, guys. Sonic Mania was cool. It was 2D, but no one cared about Sonic Mania 2 when it came out. Did anyone buy it? Anybody remember that came out?
I
Sonic
bought it.
Colors was
I
beautiful.
bought
Sonic
it.
4?
I bet Sonic
Trash.
4 was the trash, but Sonic 3.
Sonic Unleashed was beautiful.
Oh my God, you're
Yeah,
wrong.
so
Sorry.
3D Sonic is just not a good game. So, no,
I don't
3D
know.
Sonic doesn't work.
I played Sonic Frontiers. I thought that was fun. And I mean, going from like an island and then the Titan fights were really cool, especially with the music. Oh man, that was so cool. If you're a Sonic fan, I recommend it. But if you only care about 2D Sonics, do not play any of the 3D ones because apparently some people don't like 3D. So
Dustin, you're a Kirby fanboy, aren't you?
I do like me some Kirby. What's up?
Yeah, you look like a Kirby.
Oh man, I
I can
don't know what
tell.
that's supposed to be.
Don't ever hit on 3D Sonic again.
Oh,
So,
no, I don't know what
for
to say to
me,
that,
I
yeah.
got some friends who like I got some friends who are also big fan of Sonic, and I'm willing to play with them the game. So I'll probably be playing. I'm gonna say a 5 for right now, because I just
A 5 out of 5? Jesus
yeah,
Christ!
5 on the Wong scale. I'm gonna get a 5 out of 5 on the Wong scale. So because I am
5
so
Wong
hyped up
points.
for it. My favorite thing about Sonic
He's so bricked
Generation.
up for it.
My favorite thing about the
But
game.
not Stellar Blade?
My favorite thing about it is the music that when you fight Metal Sonic as Classic Shadow or Classic Sonic. When you fight Metal Sonic, I love the song that plays on that one. Really fun. So and lots of cool things in there. So the transition between 2D and 3D, and being able to play both versions for the same stages was pretty cool.
Hey, Dorky, I'm sorry. One more question. Why was there 2 Sonics? Like,
If I remember, because it was like when Sonic Generations came out, it was for the anniversary of one time that when they were celebrating, there was like a disruption in the time. There's like the timeline got
okay,
disrupted.
so it's like a Sonic verse type of thing.
Yeah, basically. So the timeline
Okay.
got messed up. New Sonic and Classic Sonic joined up, and so they decided to help each other out.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. And the next game that we have on that showed up, it is Zenless Zone Zero.
The Hoyoverse game. People that make, Genshin Impact,
Genshin, Star Rail,
Star Rail. Yeah.
Honkai.
I'll go first. This one, I played a little bit of Genshin. I played a little bit of Star Rail, and I can tell you this is a 0. I have like no interest in this at all. It's like I
Not
know
expecting that.
I know Tyler and Dorky and Dusty like the anime waifus, but a game needs more than that to be playable.
How was I left out of that?
I don't know, Wolfgang. I mean, you made a waifu
Yeah, I was
character
like,
on your
Wolfgang made the same
Power,
character as
right?
me with different hair, so I think he's on
I
the
said,
Wolfgang.
I said it needs more than that. This game
There's a
seems
difference
like
between
it's more than the
waifus
same.
and big titty goth girls. 2 different things.
I'd give this
It
one a
is-
2 out of 5. I like what I saw. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I just like it. I like it. I don't like the name though. ZZZZ, the worst name I've ever fucking seen. And I don't like the developers Genshin Impact. That's too much right there.
I'm not really interested in rolling for a JPEG of a waifu or a 3D model of a waifu right now. So it is basically like it's probably gonna do the same things as all the other Hoyoverse games. It's just basically, for this time the banner's up for rolling for like a new character and paying the extra money if you want to get like your character, but at 5 stars rather than, hey, let's just level up one character. Oh, they're maxed out. I don't know. They're really hitting with the mobile market on that. Well, I don't know about this one. I know this is the announcement. It's being developed for PlayStation. I don't know how it's gonna play. Is it gonna be like microtransactions, or you have to go back for dailies and get gems? Not sure. I don't know if they're gonna be following the same suite as Genshin Impact or Hanukkah Star Rail, but I don't want to get involved in like loot boxes or having to roll for characters that I want.
Don't you play
Um,
Fortnite like a lot?
You can do that for free, but at least you can see the characters and you can purchase the ones that you want that day. But you're
Hey,
not
you see
rolling
the
for
characters.
someone. You don't roll for the people.
Right, Fortnite's not a gotcha game.
That's just cosmetic, and it literally tells you right there. Cosmetics did not make any changes to the gameplay, or like it's
Finds
not a
out
beta
Dorky
win.
has 6,000 skins.
But yeah, so what was it? Zenless Zone Zero? Yeah, so like Wolfgang said, like I've also tried Genshin Impact. I actually really wanted to try Starwell and actually invest time into that, but for whatever reason, if you have an account and then the PlayStation 5 came out, you can't put that account on here and continue playing. You have to like start a new account here, and there's like a whole bunch of hoops you got to do to like sync up your account. So that just burned me out. And
Yeah, that's typical of
so-
PlayStation, not really synchronizing
Oh my
well
God.
with anything besides itself. I don't know, no surprises there.
And to be fair, we've seen a lot of this game. Like it looks like they're showing off more characters here. The waifus are in there, and it's cool that it's coming to PlayStation 5. That I think they didn't even give us a release. I think they just said it's in develop for the PS5. But yeah, for me, I'm pretty low on this too, and I'll have to refer back to my Xbox notes with the 1. You see that? There you go. Xbox Dev
We're back to the one rankings.
Yeah,
A
I
one
give
on
it
the
a
one
Walter.
rankings.
I give it a 1.
I'm giving it a 0. I have no
The
interest
1.
in it. 0, big old 0. Oh,
Hey,
that's hard.
Genshin's very big, man. So you never know.
I couldn't get my daughter off of that. But yeah. All right. Oh, the next one. I know Wolfgang's excited for this.
All right, next game that we have up, it is Foam Stars, being developed by Square Enix. So
He said, "I'm excited." Not that excited. I might pick it up
Super
because it's
excited.
free and on PlayStation. But this one's probably sitting at like a 2 for me. I remember 2.5, right? Yeah, I won't invest time. I might play a couple games if someone wants to play. I'll say, yeah, sure, let's play some. But definitely not playing by myself. Definitely would not pay for it if it costs money.
This
I
looks
mean,
like a Wii U release game.
Yeah.
Platoon. Yeah.
So yeah, I do have some positives on it. Like I really do like the music. Like they're comparing it like to Persona. It's not obviously that good, but the music does sound pretty good on it. I know we don't have the audio playing, but it did sound pretty cool. It looks crazy, fluffy, enough that it could be pretty fun. I do like that it's coming day one to Essentials. I think that is very good for a game they want high involvement with. It's coming to both PlayStation 4 and 5. I just wish it was coming out a different month. Like it's coming in February. I just told y'all like the 3 games I just bought. I'm waiting for like Final Fantasies a 5. Like that's my whole schedule's opening up for that. So yeah. So for me, Foam Stars. For me, actually, I think this is pretty high for my standards, especially when it comes to multiplayer games. I give it a 2.
I'm gonna give it a 0. I'm just not interested. I don't care if it's free. I think my gameplay that was similar to Foam Stars was Splatoon, and I played the heck out of Splatoon 2 and 1. I haven't picked up 3 because I was kind of just like, okay, I had enough. I mean, I'll probably pick it up eventually. It's just that hasn't fully dropped in price because.
I'm glad you brought up Splatoon. Splatoon is actually the reason why I'm semi-curious about playing this, because Splatoon 3, Dusty and I were actually very excited for that, but man, that multiplayer was just so broken, and I think it still is to today. Like because of that, I feel like some of like the excess hype that I had for Splatoon 3 is kind of like, I'm kind of seeing it like, oh, it'd be kind of nice to play, dare I say, a Splatoon clone with good internet connection or with good internet battles or multiplayer. There you go.
Yeah, this one's a solid 0 out of 10. I'm with Dorky. Like, yeah, I played Splatoon. I played some of 1. I played a lot of 2, and then like Walter said, we got 3, and then we played online. We had a LAN party, and the online experience was very similar to Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. You know how that is, yeah. We were kicked out of several games. It lagged all the time. This was like launch week, but it was just like hot garbage. And I actually blame Walter for ruining Splatoon 2 with me because I was loving it until I played it with him online. And I was like, man, the friend like connection's kind of hot garbage. I can't just hop in a game by myself because I'm worried about Walter being on the team or him disconnecting or us getting kicked out.
Oh, it wasn't
And the
because I
same
was so
thing happened
good.
with Splatoon 3. It was just like, God, it sucks with friends. The game is not made to be played with friends. So, yes. Sorry I went on a Splatoon rant. But no, I'm not interested in this Splatoon clone.
Yeah. Oh, and real quick before we go into the next game, there is another state of play, but it's gonna be dedicated to Final Fantasy.
Oh my God, that's
7
at the
Rebirth.
end, Rolly. Are you not reading the notes? God dang it.
No, I just wanted to throw that because I know you were interested in there. He's very okay. So Walter is a very note-taking person, and I don't think we just follow along. We're just kind of going through it.
The show was in order. The notes
I
are
don't even
in
have the
order.
notes pulled up, I'll be honest. hey, you know what? I blame Walter. Walter, again, I blame you. He didn't put the notes up until like 5 minutes before the podcast was supposed to go on. So there you
Oh
go.
my gosh. Hey,
I was
you
like,
were
bro,
in
you
the
might as well just
restroom.
put it
You
next
could have
week's.
pulled
You
it
might as well
up.
just put it next week's. He spent all day doodling that number 1 right there that he forgot to make the notes.
That was on the dev. That was my notes from the dev Xbox dev show.
The Wand ranks have been
Reminds me.
weren't even. We didn't know that he had some Wand rankings that he created. So
Yeah, that was not in the
that
doc. Correct.
was not in
Yeah,
the
remember
doc.
that
He was keeping that to
SpongeBob
himself. He was
episode,
keeping that to himself. Yeah.
But I know
Remember on
Walter doesn't
SpongeBob?
like that we're out of order here. But Dustin
Yeah,
did
he
not give a
spends like his
countdown
whole day
for the
writing.
10th week in a row. He's like,
Bruh.
all right, start. And doesn't tell anybody. No countdown,
And
nothing.
I wasn't even here.
Walter's like, okay,
everybody
man, don't
else have
start
opinion
yet.
on
Walter's
Fun
like,
Stars?
I didn't hear nothing.
Are we moving on?
We're moving on to Dave the Diver. Anyone who's played Dave the
Oh.
Diver?
Oh, this is
Zero
Wolf
out
Game's
of 10.
independent
Moving
game of the
on.
year.
0 out of 10.
But before we continue, there is
He
something
said
important.
Wolfgame's game of the
Dave the
year.
Diver is coming
Indie
up.
game of the year.
Technically not a real indie company, but still kind of small. But they are bringing it to PlayStation, and because they're gonna bring it to PlayStation, they actually announced a DLC that's coming out in May, which is the Godzilla collaboration.
I knew you were like that. I knew you were
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. But you know what would be better? If we actually get another Godzilla game. The last Godzilla game was right around the PS4 when it first came out. And we never got anything else ever since then.
Well, if you want
So-
more Godzilla, there's a Minecraft DLC Godzilla thing going on right
Yes.
now. You know?
I saw
Big
that one
right
too.
now.
I
Well,
had to
mine is
show.
movie.
I showed some coworkers, hey, check this out, and it's the Minecraft Godzilla. But like, I don't know. I've never played Dave the Diver. I've seen gameplay, but maybe I can pick it up just because of the Godzilla stuff. Because I mean, I'm a big Godzilla fan. I'm a big
Hey,
kaiju
Wolfgang had it
fan.
in his game of the year last year.
Wow.
Did I?
Okay.
Dave the
I don't
Diver?
think I did.
Wolfgang loved this. Yeah.
I never played this game, so
Really?
Yeah, he was putting this over Final Fantasy 16. He was putting this over. he was putting it over Baldur's Gate 3. Like, he was high on this. All right.
Okay. This game probably well, still I wanted to play it. It's on my Steam wish list. Never had it. It's probably gonna be like a 1.5 or a 2, just because I'd have to get a really big sale or something to get to play this game.
Like, we need to go back and watch those episodes. I swear to y'all, he had this on his game of the year.
All right,
I said
moving
it.
to
I
the
was on
next
my
game.
might have
Street
been game of
Fighter.
the year.
Wait. I
So
didn't give
Dave the
y'all- I
Diver,
didn't give
0
y'all
out of
my-
10. Anybody
I didn't
else
give
have
y'all-
like? No, we'll give it a 1 because it's on PlayStation Direct. You know it's a 0 out of 10.
Score. The only reason why it's getting a 1 is because of the Godzilla. I thought that was cool.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll give you the 1. I do like me some
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Yeah,
I don't even know what
I-
game we're watching right now.
I thought the one was because he's PlayStation biased. That's why.
But let me just throw it out. Spoiler: 0 out of 10. Actually, 1 out of 10. This one looks kind of cool.
V Rising.
Yeah, so the next game coming up is the V Rising. It looks like I thought it was like a Diablo expansion, but I was like, wait a minute, it does not have anything Diablo related. But it looks like it's pretty fun. I mean, if you like, it's like a top isometric gameplay. I don't know if any of y'all like enjoy playing those games yourselves. Um, seems like it's pretty fun, but like
Multiplayer.
just not enough interest for me. So personally, I would maybe just like probably a 1 out of 5 so out of the
Yep.
with the Wong ranking.
Looks better than Redfall.
Yeah, this game
Hey,
it looks
you
cool to the
take
base
that back.
builder.
Take that back.
There's another base builder, probably a 1 for me too. Not too much hype on it. Oh, very little hype on it.
Yeah,
Does
it's cool
anybody
that
have
it's
any
top
hype?
down. It's cool that it's a top down action. So I remember it was pretty hyped when it was like early access on Steam. But correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It's still in early access. It's been like over a year at least. But enough about that. For me, it's a goose egg.
All right, well, Tyler, what was your score on this?
Tylito?
I'll give it a 1.
Yeah, the one crew today.
No,
All right, the next one. I know Dorky's playing this one.
well, technically, I
Silent
already beat it. The next game is Silent Hill: The Short Message. It is a free PlayStation only game. As soon as this got announced, it's also released. So I've already downloaded it and played it yesterday. It's a short game. They're really hitting the PT crowd back then. Walter over here showing off his knee pads,
Elite knee pads.
elite knee pads. But yeah, if you want
I
something
actually
quick,
just bought some knee pads too. That's hilarious. I just thought of that.
Were they elite?
They were approved by FSA. So I
Or
bought
someone
with
just
the
complaining
card.
about running long. Why are you talking about these things?
Is that how you got promoted at work, Dustin?
I got
Oh,
promoted
yeah,
at
we're
work.
we're
What?
not going on a tangent. The minute
You brought your knee
thing-
pads to work.
This game, I'm terrible with horror games. Anything scary, I'm not playing it. When this showed up on the state of play, muted the broadcast. Did not have it. Was not having it. This one's
Wow.
a 0. Sorry.
They-
Is this the
Wow.
one you muted it on? I saw you wrote that, and I'm like, what? I was
Mhm.
looking for what you got muted it on.
I was like,
This
nope,
one looks
not
pretty
playing
cool for free to play. I would check
It
this
is-
out. I would check
if,
this out.
if
It looks
you're
badass.
interested in a quick horror game, give it a chance. Silent Hill: The Short Message. It is a very short game. I do highly advise if you. There is a lot of content warning because it deals with themes of suicide, of self-harming, and they also have a lot of publishing stuff of like.
Oh my god, Walter, this is a
Look at
PG.
those quads.
This is PG
Look at
rating.
those quads, man.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
man.
You can't be showing that
you
stuff
got knee
off.
pads for
Elite.
volleyball.
Elite.
What did you think they were for?
I don't know.
Soccer?
No, I got knee compression, so when I do
That's
like
shin
deadlifts
guards,
and shit, I
guys.
don't break my knees.
Okay, all right. Next game. What was it?
Wait! I didn't even give my score. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the fans went nuts for this. The Silent Hill fans. I know people have been thirsty for Silent Hill.
I agree.
It looks great. It looks scary as heck. It's definitely not a Wally game. Free to play. That's awesome. The Shadow Drop. I mean, who doesn't love Shadow Drops? Like Dorky mentioned, he played it. He ran it. He enjoyed it. I think it's really cool for the Silent Hill fans. But yeah, for me, I don't do great with scary. Resident Evil is like the max I could do when it comes to scary. So yeah, it's a goose egg for me.
They also co-announced Silent Hill 2 for this one, but also 0 for me. Ain't having it. Ain't playing it.
This one
Sorry.
didn't look as good as the free one. That's just
So-
my personal opinion.
Silent Hill 2 remake. I will mention is being developed by the people who made Layers of Fear. If you played any of those games, it is being developed by them. They're really changing it up because this is apparently the combat, and I don't know. The
Yeah, I was about to
biggest
say they
discor-
added more to the combat, right?
Yeah, because I played the original one on Xbox, and like that one literally is you're trying to fight for your survival. You don't just stand there just trying to like, oh, I can have all these guns, I can be able to do this. It felt more like, hey, I'm trying to be Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4 style, and I'm not a big fan of that. You kind of lose the aspect of what is it really psychological horror, or we're just doing like a remake with the mod, like Resident Evil 2 with the mod. Resident Evil 2 remake as a with the mod instead.
It's hard. I didn't play the originals, but you're right. Like I know in the originals, I think like being defenseless to the enemies was kind of a part of the horror. But I don't know. I kind of feel like in 2024, you kind of had to bring a little bit of action in there. There had to be something for it. But yeah, I'm curious to see what the Silent Hill fans think.
Personally, ranking wise, I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5 because I'm kind of like I'm not really interested, but like I kind of see what it comes with. But I'm just kind of like at the same time, what is Konami doing with that? So,
Yeah.
anyone else have any rankings from anyone else? No interest.
Like I said,
Zeros?
I'm sure the fans went crazy for it. But yeah, I'd give it another goose
Yep,
egg.
0.
Yeah, it's just not a Wally game.
Yeah, I gotcha.
What did y'all think of this game that's showing right here?
So
Judas.
the next game is
Judas.
Judas.
This was
It's Ken Levine being developed by the people who made BioShock. It has the very aesthetics of BioShock. That's what I noticed.
Story
looks
seems
really
pretty
interesting.
good. Yeah. Story
Yeah.
seems probably like up there, maybe like a 4 for the story, which
Yeah,
puts
the-
this game at like a 2.5 for me.
the intro kind of pulled me in, and then of course it's a first person shooter, and yeah, immediately I got the BioShock vibes, and I was like, oh, this is that game. And then of course the name came up, Judas. I remember seeing this at a previous show. Yeah, I'm actually really excited for this. I've played a little bit of the BioShock. I actually want to go back to that trilogy and play those. I know they're great. I know they're amazing, and they look, to be like, more thrilling than horror. So I like that too. I'm excited for this. This was one of my highlights as well in the show. I would give this a solid 3.
You're getting some Dishonored vibes from it too.
Dishonored, really? That's a self game.
Some of
Right?
the
Yeah, it
power,
kinda
the
reminded me
way
of,
that the
Ghostwire
combat is.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
It's like
Combat
two-hand
is kinda-
first-person shooter with powers.
Yeah, it didn't look too bad.
Yeah, BioShock does the same
1 out of
thing.
10.
You have a
I
shooter
mean,
with
1 out of 5.
Yeah,
BioShock does the
BioShock.
same thing. You got a shooter with like special abilities coming from your hand.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah, they both have like the same style, like animation style.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same company. It's the same
Yeah,
development.
creators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now coming up is the next game is the VR Metro Awakening. I don't know any VR fans here because I think
I do like VR. VR
I
fun.
was
This
just
one did
happy to
look
see-
okay. More VR games. Yeah, I was happy to see VR games here at all. I know Metro is also a really popular franchise. I think the last Metro game was Exodus, or the Exodus
Yeah.
Complete Edition, and that was 5-6 years ago, something like that. So I know people are really hankering for a Metro game, but I don't know. Is this gonna fall into the same vein as Half-Life Alyx? Is it gonna be a cool VR game, but not really a great Half-Life game, or not a great mainline game? But this one sitting at a 1 for me.
I'm gonna say a 0 because I have no VR headset. I don't feel like spending like for another
But if
PS5
you
right
had
now.
a VR headset, would you play it?
I'll probably go for a 2 because I heard good things about Metro.
Yeah. Again, I was just happy to see VR2 be represented in the show. I feel like Xbox has completely forgot about it. But yeah.
You mean PlayStation?
What did I say?
Said
Walter
Xbox.
just blames Xbox
Oh
for
my
like
gosh.
any of his
Yeah.
problems. Like,
I was looking at my
Phil
Xbox
Spencer
notes.
just left me
I was
out.
looking at my Xbox notes. But
I heard because I
no,
want to talk about this game. So come
yeah.
on.
All right, next
I'm
VR
sorry.
game,
I give it a 2.
Legendary Tales. I thought it was interesting because of the fact that he just picked up the skeleton and just started repeatedly
So
punching
I'm
it.
yeah, boom, beating on the skeleton. This game, if I had a PSVR 2, would be a 5. This game is almost making me buy a PSVR 2. The problem is most of the games on the VR 2 I already have, like Beat Saber, I would probably play. The games off of my head that I would get for PSVR 2 was Horizon and Asgard's Wrath, but I think that's also on Oculus Quest. Whatever. Point is, this game looked really good. 4 out of 5 for me. Would be 5 if I had a PSVR 2. I love the combat. Looks great. I played a lot of
Skyrim.
Skyrim, but Sword and Sorcery.
Yeah, it does have Skyrim vibes.
Yeah.
Sword and Sorcery was kind of like this too, a little more sandboxy. Pick your weapons, magic, all that stuff. This game looked really great. I can't keep going on because Dustin's yelling at me. So 4 out of 5.
Yeah. If I had a PSVR, both these games look super hype. But since I don't have a PSVR and it's a huge investment, 0 out of 10. 5. Sorry. 5.
So the medieval time on this game, always a crowd pleaser. I felt like this looked a lot like what like Everwild from Xbox looked originally.
Bro, wrong title.
Everwild, Everweed, whatever.
About.
Avowed.
That's what I had no idea. Thank you.
Hey, we're moving on to the highlight of the show right here, bro.
Hey, well, I'll dare to say that the Legendary Tales looked actually better than Everwild or whatever that game is.
Avowed.
But yeah,
What you call this one? Dragon Dorma?
Wolfgang, you didn't even talk about being able to pick up a skeleton and punch it in the face. I thought that was like the highlight.
Oh, that's what Dorky said. Yeah, I said great. That was the best part.
I just thought that was so cool. You just
So, and now for the next game that we just missed on the trailers was the
that was
Dragon's Dogma.
a two, by the way.
Let Dustin go first. Dustin, then me. Go
They
ahead.
talk
I do have a
about
VR
the
set.
Dragon's Dorma a little bit longer.
Dragon's
So don't worry,
Dogma.
we got time, guys. But this is a 5 out of 5. This game looks badass.
100%, 5 out of 5. This was my surprise / biggest game of the state of play. This
was actually my
not
first
so
draft
interested.
pick on our draft.
It was, yes, it was. I was not that interested in this game, and then I saw the trailer, and it immediately shot the 5 out of 5. Would have been 6 out of 5. I could have given it. I was so surprised at what they showed. I really want to play this game. I love, fantasy, medieval dragons, all that kind of stuff. This game looks really good. 5 out of 5.
I rewinded a bit so we get more gameplay. All right, everyone else's thoughts, quick.
I want to go and actually play the other ones because I've heard really good things. Because back then it was the idea of this should have been Monster Hunter with the gameplay in the open world, but like now that we got Monster Hunter World, then I was like, how further can you do in Monster Hunter? When I first saw it, I thought it was Monster Hunter Wilds, and I'm over here freaking out, but I forgot that won't be until the summer. But then
That's next year, right?
No,
Yeah,
2025.
that will be next year.
Yeah, next year.
But other than that, I'm gonna see if I can pick up the first one on the Switch just to see. It goes on sale usually for like $5. So Dragon Dogma 2, I'm gonna see if maybe I can pick that up later on, just not right now.
Yeah.
So I'll get it. I'll do a 3 out of 5 later down the road.
Yeah.
Right now it's gonna be like a 1 out of 5.
I'm going to be a minority here. I'm actually losing steam on this one. I am getting a lot of Monster Hunter and Souls-like vibes on it. It looks visually amazing. Maybe I'm just seeing too much of it. And a lot of it has to do just kind of like how 2024 is just kind of, it's just stackpiling all the games in the first few months. But yeah, for me, like again, it is losing a little bit of steam, but it's still up there at a 3 for me. 3 out of 5.
Now, next game is
Macaroni.
by Koei Tecmo. It's gonna be Rise of the Ronin, and Rise of the Ronin looks pretty fun.
Toledo's ready.
Toledo goes for that 4 out of
Both
5 on the wrong
samurais.
scale.
Yes.
I was thinking a mix of Ghost of Tsushima with Assassin's Creed a little bit.
Yes, that's exactly what I
Two
was thinking.
amazing games.
Yeah, so that kind of looking at this makes you say like, hey, I should go back and finish Ghost of Tsushima, and now I kind of want to play this one because like it looks pretty fun. It looks like another fun game with the samurai stuff. Koei Tecmo is actually is developing it, and if you like Koei Tecmo games, you know you're probably gonna have a blast with this one. I'm gonna say
This looks like a wolf game.
I'm gonna say a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, this is this would be one of my I would buys, but there's too much going on just in the first 3 months. I am not picking this up on release. I'm probably still gonna be playing Rebirth. Comes out on the 29th. This game comes out early March. Nah, not playing this game on
Less than a
launch.
month.
Sorry, but this game, as soon as the sale comes out, probably picking it up. So 3 for me.
It's coming out exactly the same day as Dragon Dogma.
That too. Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
I think
That's
it's
what I'm
a
saying.
thing
This
of
game.
sacrificing one of their first party games just for another third party game to come out and get a 10 out of 10 and shit all over them, so it can be forgotten about.
Okay. So 3 for me
Yep.
on this one.
So this is their sacrifice game of the year. 0 out of 10.
Yeah, I the open world, of course, like Gorky said, it looks like Assassin's Creed with a bit of Japanese spin in there. It screams Wolfgang game to me. The battle stances, that's a lot of Ghost of Tsushima in there. But overall, the combat did look great. The boss fights look intense in a very, very good way. But yeah, for me, a solid 2. Probably never going to get it, but it looked good. It looks good. I like the shiny horse.
All right. The next game up after this was the announced Until Dawn on PC and PS5. I think believe they delisted the original one so they can go ahead and get this one ready.
That was rude.
It's been rebuilt. I think I'll give it a shot one day. I'll probably just give it a shot because I've been wanting to play. I like kind of like the choose your own adventure, but in a horror aspect, and see what happens. Because I've heard people who say, "Hey, I've gone through it. I end up getting people killed, stuff like that." So I want to see what goes on with it. So if you like Heavy Rain style game, Until Dawn is the type of game you should play. So I'll probably give it a. Right now, I'm not fully invested, so I'll do a 1 out of 5.
I don't remember an Invisible Man being here. I think I saw some like Invisible Man like footsteps. I don't know, the creepy dolls. It gave me like a big Saw vibe. I like, to be honest, I actually was somewhat interested in the PS4 version of this when they gave it to us on the PlayStation. When we first got our PlayStation 5s and they gave us like the collection set. I was actually interested in playing it, but yeah, this time around, I guess with just so many things going on, it was a goose egg for me on this one, on hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with hold on. I'm with Walter on this one. 0. Not good to share games. Didn't play the original. No interest in the original. 0.
I thought this one looked kind of good. I'll give this one like a 2.
Toledo gives it a 0. He's not interested. So I'm probably the only one that might be more interested. Maybe like for streaming for people, just to see what happens. And then now for the next game that took the longest towards the end.
I was so disappointed this got the most spotlight. I was like, really?
Well, knowing this, it is made by Hideo Kojima. That Death Stranding 2. We got a longer trailer.
Very long.
It was a very long, edited by him. That's like the staple of him. If you
I
watch
wanna
any
see
of the
this
Metal Gear
cat.
stuff.
What was up with this cat?
The thing about it was, if you watch this
There it
cut,
is. Oh,
yeah,
the tongue is on.
I still need to play the first Death Stranding. I'll probably just pick it up soon. And then see what's all the hubbub. But I've heard people that even played the beat Death Stranding, they're just confused even further off of this because knowing Kojima, he doesn't really tell you much about based off of the cutscenes. There's more to it.
Walking simulator.
There was no Delivery Man, Postal Man Simulator.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, delivery
FedEx-
man simulator or something.
FedEx delivery, Amazon delivery simulator. The rough weather out there. So I mean, I'm interested. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 because I've been wanting to play it.
Let me go
I
next.
just gotta worry on the first one because I'm just interested because there's a lot of things in there that could be really good. Also, that was kind of gross on the video because I forgot that they did that little pull. Ugh.
Yeah,
But
so good.
no Matt Mickelson, but Troy Baker comes back as Higgs, and
Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! What the hell? A ship just comes out of his mouth.
By the way, guys, I was on the treadmill at the gym, and there was like 4 girls behind me watching me watch this video on the big ass screen of the gym, and they're just like, "The hell's this guy watching?"
probably
like,
laughed
I'm
when
literally
they
watching a
reported that
baby
to
get birth to a
security.
spaceship right now. Yeah, I was like, God, it's kind of weird.
Why was he
I'm trying to
blue?
like double tap the screen, like this is the weirdest thing I could possibly watch. You know?
2 police cars pulled up to the gym as you're leaving.
It's like that guy's like banging on his iPad. I don't know, watching creepy stuff. So
Watching
this,
ships come out of fetuses.
yeah, this trailer was something else. Like, so this is maybe the first time ever. As I was watching this, it picked up my hype factor from a 1 to spoiler alert to like it picked me up to like a 3. Like just on this trailer alone, like what the hell with that cat up front? The nurse's gloves. I don't know if y'all saw that, but I
they
kept
move
wanting to
on
say
their
something
own.
when Rolly. Yeah, it's just like her gloves are like, or her mask is just gloves. Like I thought that was so.
Hey,
what?
keep in mind, Walter, like 2 years ago, was like, "Who the fuck is Kojima?" And he's overrated.
Hey, look at the little puppet. Like the little puppet dude, the little weird puppet. I just thought that was so
Yeah.
cool.
What I like, I gotta say, what I like about the puppet is that it's on a different frame rate compared to everyone else in the world.
Yes,
The,
yeah.
the world's at 60 frames. He's all like at 15 frames or something.
And the puppet's
And,
like, I want to be in the back.
Yeah, giving off that. That's a parody on God of War. That's a what are they
Yeah,
called? Like,
that's what I saw. Yeah,
Mimir.
that's
Yeah,
what I got.
Mimir's
out
on
of
the
it.
back. Yeah.
And then also we haven't seen this yet, but the brother like the brother with the guitar, and then like he just starts battling like this like other
Samurai-
mech
I got-
samurai
I
with
got
the
Metal Gear
sword. Like,
Rising vibes off of that, man. Like I was like, okay, I might have been like more interested in that because of how out. The thing about Kojima is anything about him, it's just outrageous. If you fight the go play the boss battles in any of the Metal Gear games, you're gonna be confused, but also it just only fits in that world. And this is the same idea that I'm seeing with Death Stranding. It's a Kojima mindset. So.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Like-
say he's like the best developer. I'm just like,
Look, there's Rex. Metal Gear Rex right there. Look at him.
oh my
Oh, not him.
god.
It's coming out. Hold on.
There it is,
But so
there
this
it
game for
is.
me, this went from like a 1 for me to like a 3 as well.
Oh
I
my
would
God,
not
don't
pick
be
it up
stealing
on
my game.
release. I would pick it up at a sale. I'm gonna go back and play Death Stranding 1 because I saw this one, so I'm a little more hyped for it.
It
I
did.
give it a 4 because I feel like
Nice.
I feel like he's gonna learn from all the mistakes from the first one and all the hate he got from walking for hours and hours and hours on end. So maybe there's gonna be a lot more cool stuff to do instead of
Yeah,
just
I
walking
agree there
and
too.
delivering fetuses and stuff.
And also the reason why it's a 3 is because I do feel compelled to play the first one before touching this one.
Yeah, me
Um,
too. Now it's
and-
copying me.
And that kind of lowers me down like from a 4. I was like, but
I don't
yeah.
know. It's action intense. But talking about action, Kojima was announcing that he is working on an action espionage game for the future. That tells me that we might get a very similar Metal Gear-esque game in the future. I think Sony threw a lot of money just to make sure that they have full dibs off of Kojima because
Mm-hmm.
They got
People-
scared when they
He's
saw
making
him
another
show up at the
espionage
Xbox
game?
showcase.
yeah,
That's true, too.
after the OD.
Kojima will do what he wants. All right, he's Freebird. He has the name in the industry. He can do whatever. He can go Nintendo and make a stealth game, you know, and horror
Neil
game.
Druckmann can never be Kojima. Neil Druckmann's trying to do the Kojima thing, but no, Kojima earned his way up to be to work with the film industries. If you look at his Twitter, he's always with directors, celebrities, actors, all of them, and they have him over, has them signed somewhere. Sometimes they'll do a full scan if they want to, but like
He's got a movie coming out too.
that,
Yeah,
Actually, so
Kanye
that
was
movie
really interested in working with
is gonna be a
Kojima.
tie-in.
He reached
It's
out
gonna
to
be a tie-in
him.
with the
War.
movie. So
Yeah,
the last
man.
time they did this was that Defiance game that had a tie-in to that sci-fi show called Defiance. So I'm interested to see how he's gonna tie in the game to the movie. Because of
was
that, my hype
trash.
went up a little more. But I don't think we should grade this one because we saw nothing about this video game.
it was
But
just
I got a grade for you.
You don't count.
you don't count. You don't count. There's no game.
You know who Kojima
We're
is.
just too hot.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so last but not least, they did announce there's gonna be now that I can mention it, there's gonna be
Another state of play.
another state of play dedicated to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So catch that. I think was it
Which is
next
a
week.
5. That's a 5.
So it's gonna be a dedicated game for
Oh, someone's Cisco's phone going off.
it. And now we would go for the news roundup, but like we just run out of time. So let's go ahead
That
and
was
let's
such a
do.
big show. Just
It was just a lot to talk about.
Such a
lots of
lot
games.
of filler, in my opinion.
oh my god.
Yeah.
We had that.
There's
We had that
there's
50-minute
at least
rant
7
from
games in there I don't
Wong.
even know the name of.
Juan's long introduction on his end.
I've been busy.
Yeah.
Busy man, not enough time for Halo. And let's go ahead and finish off Petty Gamer of the Week.
Dustin's favorite.
Dustin's favorite. So
Who's
what do you
voting? Who's
think?
voting? You gotta say that first. Who's voting?
Who's
Who gets to
voting?
vote?
Is it all of us?
Well, we need
Is
to
it?
find out.
We, like we always do a countdown and it's an awkward drum roll and then no one says anything for like 5 minutes.
The best segment we got.
I'm gonna say Walter because he's very, very, very
With my knee pads.
Energetic. Let's put it that way.
energetic today. showing off his knee pad. He didn't care about some of the games, so he wanted to show off his knee pads on screen.
My Xbox
what-
dev notes.
His Xbox Death Notes with the
It's like, bro, you
numbers.
use that way more. The Sony one for like 1, you're like 0, 1, 0.
They had
1.
15, 16 games.
And then you're like, Dragon's Dogma, yeah, the best game on there. No, I'll give that a 1. It's on Xbox.
I'll give him a 0
It's like
because I
three.
just don't care. Where's the 5?
No, Final
Yeah,
Fantasy
what was the
Rebirth.
5? Oh, Final Fantasy. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't
That
even
was
see your
even-
5. I didn't even see your 4
No.
either.
I
Yeah,
didn't have
he
the
is
4
it.
ready when we were doing the Stellar Blade. I'll be ready next
So
time,
he
guys.
was drawing it right now.
He didn't finish it. It's like, oh, I forgot I had this going. Well, other than that, I think Wolfgang got pulled away for something real quick. But other than that,
So
let's
because
go
of
ahead.
that, I vote him as the pettiest gamer this week. Yeah.
So petty.
Alright, you wanna-
Just so petty.
My vote is Walter. Time he gets distracted, wants to be more about like his knee pads more, and skip our Halo
Not
LAN
that fun.
event that we have this weekend. You know, I'm still a little upset about that. Disappointed.
Oh,
in
that's
him.
what he meant by Halo. I thought he was talking about Halo 3. ODST.
Toledo, do you have any votes?
Walter, he's got the busiest schedule, doing a lot of gaming. He's a petty gamer.
Gaming hard.
He's a petty ass gamer.
Petty.
All right,
When you have like a
outros. Anybody have any
calendar,
plugs?
you know, Walter has a calendar with all of the games, the time, you know, all that
Closing
stuff.
notes.
I
all
don't
his-
have time for this. I have time for this. Can I fit this in my schedule?
Yeah, you
That's
can't
it.
get pettier than that, man.
He's already PlayStation biased. He has the background ready. His shirt is PlayStation. It's already biased at this point.
Whoa. I love my Nintendo too. They got Pokemon. They got Fire Emblem.
Okay,
Just-
more points off of you, even more petty. You say Pokemans. Come on.
What's
All
up,
right,
Grizzlies?
well, no, we'll go ahead and give it to Walter because I know Toledo also voted for Walter. So Walter's our petty gamer of the week.
You guys are petty.
So let's go ahead. If there's someone's gonna plug in their stuff, let's go ahead. We'll catch you guys later. Walter, can you go ahead and finish us off with your famous quote?
Oh, wait. I do have the promotion. If anybody's watching, is anybody listening, and they want to talk to me a little bit more, you can follow me on X or Twitter, whichever you prefer, at allday_Wong. And then also YouTube at alldaywong10, the number 10. But yeah, no. With that, that is our show, guys. Rolly, I'm sorry I don't have what you wanted me to say.
What's your outro that you've always said for the past 2 weeks?
He says, all right,